There we are. That's more like it. Are you getting up on Instagram?
Yeah, but we don't have good connection.
Oh, really?
So
Blake's trying to do things. You can't see it on the camera. He actually has his phone over on his left hand. He's doing his best right now. He's trying. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for working with us on this one. It's definitely, this whole thing has been kind of a lot of trial and error. Would you say so, Blake?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's kind of the whole purpose of what we're doing, trying to stay connected. It's been a little
wobbly chair.
Oh, that was an actual one trade. We feel better if we traded?
I'll fix it.
Oh, okay. Blake's gonna fix his chair right now. So I literally just walked outside, grabbed a couple. So that's the whole purpose. Blake said a lot. For those of y'all tuned in for the Harbor Live yesterday, that's kind of the whole purpose of what we're doing is, we're trying to make as much as like actual church as possible. Try to stay connected, try to stay active in y'all's live, kind of see what's going on. And of course, just hang out, fellowship, even though it's on a screen, we can't see. I think that's the blessing of today's world is that we don't need to be as close proximity. We can just comment. Y'all can say all sorts of bad things about me right there. I'll just delete the comments. I had to do a close for the camera. You understand how it goes. So the way it's going to work is each week we're probably going to do something a little bit different. At least my vision for this part is maybe sometimes we'll do something a little extreme, a little funny, a little crazy here and there. And other times maybe not so extreme. And other times y'all just kind of be like, thank God this is on the internet so I can share this with all my friends later on. That's at least my view for this. Blake knows this. All the core kids, all y'all watching, y'all know I have no problem making fun of myself every once in a while. That's totally what I'm all about there. So one thing I've been curious about, I was talking to my sister the other day, is I know obviously everyone's shut down, everyone's in self-quarantine, everyone's hiding in their houses. I've been curious. Later today, I'm probably going to put this email up later on the Facebook page. I want to know what you guys are doing to kill time. I want to know how all of y'all are doing it, whether it's board games or it's this. I want to know what you guys are, how y'all are surviving this. You can be a little creative if you want to. Probably the craziest thing I saw is where I got this thought. My sister sent me a text the other day. Her and her friends are getting together and they're playing cards, except instead of gambling poker chips, they're actually gambling toilet paper. This is what our country has come to now, folks. And honestly, that's maybe like, I want to know, what are you guys doing? How are y'all surviving being locked up with sometimes just your siblings or sometimes just your friends? How are y'all getting through it? Whoever is the most creative or whoever gets, whoever is just sheer desperation of boredom and is doing something way out there, within reason, of course, you're going to get a shout out next week. We're going to pinpoint out that this person is clearly the most bored there is out there. Any comments on that, Blake? Anything at all?
Mm-hmm.
You've been quiet.
It's because I'm posting.
Posting?
Mm-hmm.
We're live, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social influence.
Yeah, of course, right? We got to, interaction with a distance, right? That's the thing y'all been saying. Yeah. But like I said, you can be a video, you can be a pic, whatever. Describe how, show us how you're killing time. Those creative ones going to get a shout out next week, of course. And with your permission, I'd love to post it on here, but we'll talk about that later on. I'm going to post an email later on today about that, so y'all can go and send me your stuff. How are you killing time? How are y'all entertaining yourselves? Because I know football, baseball, oh my gosh, the fact baseball season getting postponed is killing me right now. The only thing on is pro wrestling, and they are doing things at empty arenas, so it's not nearly as much fun as it normally is. So show me what you guys have. So, all right. Ready to get the show started, Blake?
Show how you're entertaining yourself at home with your siblings.
Of course, yeah.
Let's be specific here.
What if they don't have siblings?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, just basically, tell us what you're doing.
Are you growing a mustache?
This is still our student pastor, Blake, for those of you who didn't see this yesterday. Yeah. This is not a guest at our church. This is not, a friend of mine. Everyone knows I only have 2 friends. This is actually our student pastor who decided to, explain it again.
It's called the Corona Stash. It's for the current things that are going on in COVID-19. Trying to be responsible my health of myself and my family. So,
of course. So, hey Blake, while you're here, actually, I'd love to play a game with you. You want to play a game? It's actually something I cooked up while you were downstairs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is something. So, who's ready for this? I'm actually super. When I thought about this last minute, literally 5 minutes ago. For those of you who don't know anything about our student pastor. He claims to be a diehard Oklahoma Sooner fan. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How would you describe it?
well, I'm not a redneck, but
I mean,
about as close as you can get. That's what the highest level of Sooner fan you can be is redneck.
oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So let's. I think one thing I found, I'd love to try this out. I want to see how committed you are, how much of an OU Sooner fan
Okay,
you are.
let's do this.
So yeah, this is a trivia game I found for apparently true Sooner fans.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna go pretty. Who's ready to see how committed Blake is? And for the record,
There's only one person watching, so
I know, right? Only one at the moment. So feel free to rip him up if he's not as committed as he thinks he is.
there's 2 people watching.
Oh, two. We got two. Okay, look at that. Is that three?
Well, it's kind of.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's us. I forgot. So.
So really, there's 5.
Oh, wow.
4.
Yeah, true. And for all I know, they could have a watch party at someone's house. I would
Yeah,
recommend that.
yeah, it could.
I would not recommend that with the.
As long as there's less than 10 people there.
Exactly, as long as less than 10 people, and I think it's a script from 2 more are gathered, right? I am there. So. All right, let's get this on the roll. Let's see how committed Blake is. Let's start with a very simple one. Are you ready, Blake?
All right.
All right, here we go. So, what are OU's university official colors?
Crimson and cream.
That is correct. That is actually it. That
It's
is
really
the official.
awkward because their jerseys are always red and white. The red's really is pretty close to crimson, but they only have cream on like 2 things that they do.
True.
Sorry.
No, you're not wrong. I think that's no one's
Oh,
challenge. I mean, I'm slightly challenging you on this, but you didn't have to go through that. So,
Yeah.
all right, now we're ready for another one. So, what year did OU win its first national championship?
Ooh. 1954.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is actually false.
Oh.
That is actually 1950. You were close.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got one.
They won like 47 straight games in there. So
Yeah, so we got one on, one right, one wrong. So
bad.
here's another one. Are you ready for
Sorry,
this one?
Worm.
Yeah. What was the first year of Sooner football?
Ooh, 18.
This is going better than I thought.
1895.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. It is actually
Yeah, it's
1895.
125 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 18. So you just did the quick math in your head.
Yeah, I
there.
remember the 125 year season.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to. We went to Texas this year. We all know how that turned out. So
How did it turn? No, I don't need to ask. Doesn't affect me a lot. Go DBU Patriots, all that.
That's right.
I represent there.
yeah, we beat them in baseball until they canceled the season.
Yeah, I know, right? When was the last? Yeah, was that the first time everyone did that?
No.
Was it?
No, we beat DP all the time.
No, not the game I went to.
Yeah, you go to like one game.
Oh, you
You've never
thought?
been to Norman. Have you been to Norman?
No, I'm actually never been
Okay.
to Norman. No reason to go up
Right.
there. Nothing out there
Well,
for me.
Max Mitchell let you up.
Oh, well,
I
cool.
mean,
Good to
baseball
know.
knowledge.
Oh, good to know that, I guess. I
Alright.
mean, every time I went to DBU, OU was up there.
Yeah, we lost at DBU.
Oh,
They
yeah,
played-
y'all did.
They played in Norman too, Mike.
Ah, good to know.
Just like the Giants, they play in LA and they lose a lot.
They lose in San Francisco and LA.
Yeah.
Thank you for that grim reminder.
They don't play right now. So.
Yeah, I know, right? This is killing me. So, alrighty then. This one, I'd be very disappointed if you didn't know this one. What is the name of Oklahoma's fight song?
That'd be what is Boomer Sooner, Mike?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect, actually.
Raw Oklahoma.
No, actually,
Oklahoma.
I just Boomer Sooner. I just
Hey,
wanted
there's,
to.
there's a couple others. But
Oh wow, jeez, we got a committed fan over here, folks. So this one, I really want to see. So when Sooners won the national championship in 2000, what number championship was it? It was
those are 7th.
That is correct. It actually is their 7th. Actually, I think you missed one. Is that right?
Yeah.
Missed one. Alrighty then. Here's one. What team did Adrian Peterson break his collarbone against?
Oh, that's wow. Is it Iowa State?
Actually, it was Iowa State. I didn't think you'd get that
Oh
one.
yeah, I watched that. I cried.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Oh
I
man.
should have won the Heisman Trophy this freshman year. You should have been the first,
Oh man.
but it's okay.
Yeah, it actually was.
We have a lot of bad luck against Iowa State.
Yeah, it was Iowa State. So
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was there when he rushed for 254 yards against Oklahoma State.
I was watching that one on TV.
He, yeah, pretty good.
That was a pretty
Pretty
amazing
good.
race.
Yes. Can you read that? Can
What-
you
what-
guys see that?
What does it say?
So the Giants are on lockdown.
So is every other team.
In San Francisco.
Yeah, I know,
It's
right?
actually
It's,
they are on lockdown.
Yeah, I know, right? So this is the first.
If you
year
didn't
where-
know, Mike's family's from California.
From the heart of San Francisco, to be exact. In case-
I'm not telling you to judge him, but
I mean, if you didn't notice by me wearing all 49er gear on that very, very unfortunate weekend, which I had to cry
That's right.
myself to sleep.
That's
And
right.
the kids see me in my Giants hat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You guys, yeah. All right, anyways,
All right,
more
so-
OU football.
Well, more OU football, actually. So
It's more
this one.
enjoyable.
Who were the caretakers of the Ponies, Boomer and Sooner, while on campus in 2005?
Who were the caretakers?
Yeah, what were the caretakers called?
The Roughnecks?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It is the Roughnecks.
Okay, I was like the specific names, the people.
I should have changed it to that.
Because
actually.
I was in Purcell, Oklahoma in 2005. I was a sophomore in high school, so I wouldn't really have known them. But
You see, this I was really hoping that you would be like as committed as you are, but this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. So here's one. In what year did Oklahoma win its first national championship?
you already asked me that one.
I did.
Yeah, 1950.
I did. You're right. No, I did actually. You're right. My bad. Copy and paste screwed me over a little bit. So here's one. I'll be shocked if you know this one. Owen Field's original natural grass surface was removed in 1970 in favor of turf. What year did it return to grass?
What year did it return to grass?
Yeah, what year did it return to grass?
It was after Troy Aikman tore his ACL. 85. 1987.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
1987.
Really?
It's not. It's not.
Oh,
It is actually not 1987.
what is it?
It's actually 1994.
That's after Switzer. That's Schnellenberger after him. Howard.
Mhm.
Howard
Yeah,
Schnellenberger.
1990. So he's missed what, 2 so far?
Yeah. Troy Aikman tore his ACL on that turf. But it's okay. We still won a national championship.
Oh, yeah.
But then we got beat by Troy Aikman in UCLA.
Alrighty, so last one. Are you ready for this one?
Mhm.
This one I think you'll get. I'm not gonna lie. This one I was thinking might throw you off, but I'm pretty sure you'll get it.
Okay.
At the start of 2007, Oklahoma fans were optimistic but also nervous at the prospect of having an inexperienced quarterback for a third straight season. However, this freshman took over the signal calling duties, not only led the team to a second straight conference championship, but also led the nation in passing efficiency. Who was this?
Sam Bradford.
Yeah, that was Sam Bradford. I guess it-
He was really good. He should, him and Tim Tebow were in the same class. He should have been up there with Tebow. Bradford's also, random fact, the 17th highest paid player in history. That's he had a good agent.
Clearly.
He was really unfortunate to play for the Rams, though, and Fisher. So
Wow.
Jeff Fisher's a terrible coach. I felt really bad. He was really good with the Vikings, and then he got just knees. He's a really good golfer. I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up on the PGA Tour here.
Good. It's not too late.
No,
I
he
mean,
can
yeah,
play.
I don't
You don't
follow.
have to be young to play in the
That's
golf.
true. I don't watch golf though, so So what do you have? What are those? Exactly?
I got some dad jokes
dad jokes.
because I'm a dad. Mike's not.
It's true.
Mike can't get a date,
Hey! I proved you wrong.
especially right now.
Oh, especially it is hard right
You
now.
said that wasn't a date.
Yeah,
You
fair
said that
enough.
was
You got me.
hanging out.
Yeah, it was
So
complicated.
right now, dating season is not going well
for
for
anyone.
Mike or anyone.
Well, that would imply it went well for me for a bit there. It never
Yeah,
has.
yeah.
It's,
I wasn't gonna say that, but you did. All right, so here's some dad jokes for you. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Did you know
Try to keep a straight face. I dare y'all.
the first French fries weren't cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Thank you for that information.
that's a good
Thank
one.
you for that.
Here's another one. If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Duh. I think they are. I think y'all would agree. They are guilty of resisting arrest.
Mike, I like to read. I have lots of books in my office,
Mhm.
unlike your office.
I have a lot of
Um,
action figures.
Yeah. I'm currently reading a book about anti-gravity.
I've heard this
It's
one.
impossible to put it down.
I've heard this one.
Yeah,
That one.
I can't put it down.
That one hurt. That one hurt hearing that.
Yeah.
For a little part of me
Just-
just died.
Just like this book on Paul I'm reading, it's pretty good. What do you call someone with no body and no nose? Nobody knows.
Another part of me just died.
Yeah, these are good dad jokes.
These are actually
Because
pretty.
I am a dad. You got two twins. I got two twins.
He's got the
I
dad
said it was
stash
twins
going.
on the-
That's why you shave. You got the dad stash
the
going.
dad bod.
Now we know. Now.
Got a nice fade though.
So all
Thanks,
that was.
Christian Redemption Barbers.
So all that was just a.
Yeah.
Applause.
All right. Here's another one. A lot of people are going to Amazon to get their supplies so they don't have to go to Walmart or Brookshire's or Kroger. I don't blame them. I ordered a chicken and an egg. I'll let you know about it.
You gonna let us know?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
When are you gonna let us know?
Yeah, I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know.
Good. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I also got some random facts of the day. Well, this didn't happen today, but these are random facts. Have you ever been to New York City, Mike?
Why would I go out there?
I don't know. I was just asking.
No, never been out there.
Okay. You don't want to go right now because Kevin
Yeah,
Durant's got the coronavirus.
Does he really?
Yeah, he really does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he really does.
That's the best.
I didn't make any comments about it ever. I just kept it to myself because I'm a responsible human being. All right. I don't like him. But anyways, the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade featured lions, camels, and an elephant from the Central Park Zoo. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it had live animals. I don't think that would go well today. Anyways,
Probably not.
somebody would get upset about having live animals in a parade. Next, did you know it took editors of the first Oxford Dictionary 5 years to get to the word ant?
Please tell me you're kidding. Please.
No, that's what the fact said.
Wow,
I did a fact generator. All right, so I was like, that's 5 years.
What we're doing.
5 years. We're efficient, people.
What we're doing to kill time during this. Going to fact generators.
Did you know that the 100 folds in a chef's toque, the hat that they wear, are said to represent the 100 ways to cook an egg?
There's 100 ways to cook an egg.
I guess. I just know scrambled.
That's the one that matters.
I mean, there's over easy, and poached, boiled.
Scramble's one that matters.
Boiled. Just broil. I'm sure you can broil an egg, fry an egg.
Oh, fried eggs are good. I take
This
it
is-
back. There's 2 ways.
We get into Forrest Gump shrimp territory here. Yeah, that's all I got. Look forward to more random facts from Blake and other useless things.
Thank you for sharing. Oh,
Those are my dad jokes and random facts.
yeah, those are Blake's dad jokes for the day.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. That'll be a daily part of our weekly thing right here.
Mhm.
So,
You're welcome.
all right, guys. So now I want to get a little bit of audience participation.
We got
Perfect.
4
I think
people.
We got 4. Perfect. I think that's absolutely perfect.
Well, now we're back down to 2.
Oh, we're back down to 3. Oh man, dang. I hope please come back. Please. That was like a person who comes to a theater and just walks out. So, hey Blake, can you man the computer while I do the thing I did real quick?
I can.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please and thank you, I should say. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the camera just for a couple minutes. This won't take long so you can see the screen right behind me. So, we're going to do a little game now, everyone. What I'm going to need y'all to do is Blake's about to put this website on the screen right behind me. It's going to be called Kahoot. Now, you can use it on your phone if you want to. Some of y'all have phones, or if I were you, I would actually just go to a separate tab. Please don't leave the chat. That would be awkward. Just go ahead and go to kahoot.com. It's going to be shown on a tab, or you're going to put it on tab right there. You can open a separate window on your computer. We're going to do a little bit of a quiz right now. It's going to be score. Click finish. And then go live. Blake's going to move it onto the screen a little bit. You'll see a number. Yeah, code done.
What do you want to call this? This SpongeBob?
Yeah, they call it that. See, believe it or not, we did the exact same thing yesterday. I had to finish and then put it live immediately. This is called teamwork. I do this for his yesterday, and now he's doing it for mine. That's called fellowship, everybody. That is how we do these things. So yeah, what we're going to be doing is actually a SpongeBob quiz because SpongeBob is freaking hilarious, and I was watching one fairly recently. Forgot how funny that show was. So we're going to put it up there on the screen right behind me sometime in the next hopefully the next minute or 2. Huh? Did it disappear?
Yeah.
What do you mean disappear? Oh, go to My Kahoot, My Creations. Huh? What happened? Blake found it, everyone. I know y'all can't hear him. I can hear him. He actually just found it. He's going to put it up in just a second. Yeah, classic. There you go. I see action on the screen behind me. Here we go. Moving up. So go to kahoot.it or get the Kahoot app right there. You're typing that game pin. That is 1250080. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the comments right now so y'all can see. I know that's really, really hard to read. 1250080. So y'all are going to go ahead and join that game. Once we get at least three, a couple people going, then we're going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm really curious to see how well y'all can do this one. Oh, we got one. Oh, wow. Apparently, I have a favorite kid, whoever that might be. So we got one so far. How are things looking back there, Blake? Well, whoever you are that's at Mike's Fade, you might actually have it because you're the only one. We will take comments on that as well. Huh? I don't know. She's the one that put not Mike's Fade yesterday. Yeah, I caught on to that. Oh, Wendy's here. We got Wendy on. Just gonna give it maybe one more minute or two before we get up there. See, I would do it myself, except I know all the answers already. So it's real quick to for those of y'all just coming in, maybe, just coming in a little bit right now while y'all go ahead and logging in on this thing. Just a reminder, this week I'd love for you to get a video or something. Show me how you're killing time with your siblings, your friends, pic or video, something along those lines. Show us how you're entertaining yourself during all of this, because I know it's been kind of nuts, everyone being locked up the whole time. I think that's probably going to be about it. What do you think, Blake? All right, let's give this one a go. It's going to be between these two. Apparently, Mike's Fade, whoever that is, and Wendy. So, here we go. It's going to launch. You have 20 seconds to do this quiz. What is Mr. Krabs' first name, folks? See, some of these go from, like, easy to nothing. Huh? Wow. That's hurtful. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, it says read the screen with the colors. So how many fingers does SpongeBob have? Red is 8, blue is 6, orange is 4, green is 10. How many fingers does SpongeBob have on there? Red is 8, blue is 6, orange, green. Yeah, looks like I'm having a little bit of trouble reading it by the looks of it. All right, where does Sandy Cheeks live? So first one is red is Texas, blue is Maui, orange is under a rock, and green is a tree dome. Oh, we got one in there. Oh, hey, we got it. Someone got it in. Ooh, Wendy just took the lead there. All right, next one. Where do Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy use to get from place to place? What do they use? Is it an invisible boatmobile? A submarine? That's blue. Orange is super fast flippers and fins, or green is teleportation. There we go. We got 2 minutes. Let's see. It's the Invisible Boatmobile. And Wendy is destroying it right now. All right, what is SpongeBob and Patrick's favorite hobby? Red is snail racing, blue is karate, orange is watching TV, or green is jellyfishing. Sorry, I had to put something there. All right, green jellyfishing. That's the answer. Ooh, Wendy, you know SpongeBob pretty well. All right, this is where it gets hard. In the episode Band Geeks, what instrument is Plankton playing during the Bubble Bowl? This is where it kind of picks up. Only the diehard fans would know this one. So is it red harmonica, blue piano, orange vocals, or green the bass? This one's actually my favorite episode of all time on this. Just throwing that out there. Ooh, and that's right, blue is piano. That's it right there. That is how that's true. The opening sequence of it, you can see him doing that. Oh, hello, look at that. Whoever plays me my favorites doing it. So, in the episode Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5, what is the name of the superhero league that Mermaid Man's a part of? This one's kind of challenging. Is it red, the Justice League, blue, the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances, orange, the Seven, or green, there is no league? That's a trick question. Let's see. Oh, there it is. That's true. It's the International Justice League of Super Acquaintances. Good one there. All right, let's see the next one. When Pearl takes over the Krusty Krab in one episode, what's the new name she gives it? She renames it. So is it red, the cutest crab, blue, the adorable crab, orange, the cuddly crab, or green, the International House of Salad? Only a couple of seconds left. We got one in there. And it is true, it is orange. That is the cuddly crab. All right, so next one, let's see. That is, this quiz is ridiculous. Who came up with these? Oh, yeah, I did. So, in the episode, well, I can't tell you. Who teaches SpongeBob to tie his shoes? Is it red, Mr. Krabs, blue, Gary, orange, Mrs. Puff, or green, the Flying Dutchman? This is an old school episode. I think I was a kid when that one came out. And that was like such an obscure one, too. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. It is blue. It is Gary. Man, no one got that one. That's an old one. I'm not surprised anyone got that one. Last one. Patrick Star went to community college. Did he or did he not? That is true or false. 13 seconds. I know that. Honestly, this one is kind of hard. That's like an obscure line from one episode very early on. That's why I had to put this one last. I was curious. No, that is actually true. He did actually go to community college. There's an episode, the one where that guy Flats wants to kick SpongeBob's butt. When he calls Patrick for help, Patrick goes like, "Oh, I ran into my old community college buddy Flats." So, yeah, he actually ended up. Yeah, so he did go. No one knows if he graduated though. All right, I think it's pretty self-explanatory who won that one. I see on the comment, it looks like Emma was playing for Wendy. So great job, Emma. You have some intense SpongeBob knowledge there. Whew. I know. So we'll do more stuff like that. That's probably going to be the only quiz thing we're doing. That was just kind of something I just threw together. Or not really threw together, something we did just kind of day one, so you can kind of see how we're going to operate a little bit. Next week, though, I'm going to put a poll up on Facebook later this afternoon. We're going to do a food challenge, actually. Now, when I mean I'm going to do a food challenge. Kind of taking one for the team here. I know Blake, I can see in the back, is getting super excited for this one. So I'm going to put a poll up. I'm going to let you guys decide which food challenge I'm going to do. We're either going to do, I'm fearful just thinking about this now. Either going to do a spicy food challenge. I'm going to do it, just me. I'm taking one for the team, so y'all can make fun of me later. I'm going to either do a spicy food challenge or I'm going to do a warhead challenge, which I don't know how many of you guys know what warheads are. That's a very extremely sour candy way back in the day. and the details of those challenges will be out later. But it's going to be one of those two. I'm going to put a poll up on Facebook later. I'm going to let you guys decide, and whichever one gets the most votes, y'all get to see me cry, either from extreme sourness or just from spice as a whole. I know Blake's like already excited. Yeah, I know y'all guys are thinking, oh my goodness, going to be on the internet. You can see this. Yes, that is what I'm doing. I'm going to make a fool out of myself just for you guys, because why not? And y'all know me, I love to embarrass myself. So let's go ahead and get started with today's lesson, or at least what we had. Yeah, we're going to go and dive into the lesson now, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start us in prayer, and then we're going to get into this. So just please bow your heads with me. Dear Jesus, I just want to thank you so much for this time, this handful of students we have on, God. And though we're all so far away, we're all trying to figure out how this is working and how we're doing things, from, just learning and being shut down and being in our houses and figuring this out. There's a lot of panic, a lot of worry, I know, from just the stories I've heard. But God, you're in control of this whole situation. And we thank you, despite all of that, that we can take this moment just to be closer to you, God, that we can take this time to be with you, God. We can grow closer and learn more about you. And I ask that despite the fear, despite the anxiety and everything going on, that you just remove those things and replace it with the comfort of your love, God. That's all I ask of you right now. In your glorious name we pray. Amen. All right. So who remembers what we talked about a couple weeks ago? Just kidding. I don't expect you guys to type that in on the comments. Please don't do that. We'll be here all day. So no, we actually just started a new series, actually. I think it was 2 weeks ago, not even last week. Starting a new series, we're talking about Hall of Fame, VIP, is putting others before you, putting honor onto others, and how God does that. He uses multiple stories for that. Really going through a lot of Samuel there. Last week, we were kind of getting into it. We're talking about how the nation of Israel wanted a king, and they were begging Samuel for it. They said, no, we want a king, and he tried to tell them no. Long story short, he ended up getting a king, and he ended up choosing Saul. That is the first appointed king. So we're going to go ahead and kind of dive in Saul chapter 9. That really describes Saul in detail. It says, it's very first verse 1 and 2. It says, there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Ahiah, I think that's how you say it, a Benjamite and a man of wealth. He had a son whose name was Saul. He was a handsome young man. There was not a man among the people of Israel more handsome than he. From his shoulders upwards, he was taller than any of the people. That is 1 Samuel chapter 9, 1 and 2. So basically, to summarize that one, Saul was a stud. He was handsome. He was jacked. He was a big dude. He looked like a king. So imagine what people's response was hearing that after Samuel's praying, God, give us a king. We're going to go ahead and do this. God gives the blessing after lots of talking. And he picks Saul. And the people are thinking, we want a king. And then, lo and behold, Saul is chosen. Tallest dude, the most handsome dude. It makes sense, doesn't it? It adds up. That's the equivalent to, like, okay, we need class president. We're going to go ahead and do the most popular, tallest, that guy. He's the one dude. He looks the part. He is going to be the one. People had comfort because he looked like a king. But appearances are kind of deceiving. So, because we can see, even though he looked the part of the king and he seemed like an obvious choice to everyone, he really wasn't all that great. So we're going to move forward, actually, to the next chapter in 13, verses 8 through 11. It says he, that is Saul. We're actually talking about one of the moments where Saul kind of dropped the ball here. It's during a sacrifice, and he was waiting for Samuel. And he waited, and Samuel didn't show up. So we're actually going to pick up there. It says he, Saul, waited 7 whole days, the time appointed by Samuel to arrive. But Samuel did not come to Gilgal, and the people were scattering from him. So Saul just said, bring the burnt offering here to me and the peace offerings. And he offered the burnt offering. As soon as he had finished offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came. And Saul went out to meet him in agreement. Samuel said, what have you done? And Saul said, when I saw the people were scattering from me, and that you did not come with the days appointed, that the Philistines had mustered at Michmash, I just, based on the word, he did it. He rushed. He was impatient. He decided to take action to his own hand. We'll get back to that in a minute, but there's more. So later on, a couple verses later, actually, no, 2 chapters later, the Lord gives a command to Samuel to tell Saul a command about leading an invasion. So in 1 Samuel chapter 15, just verse 3, it says, now go and strike Amalek. This is Samuel talking to Saul. Go and strike Amalek and devote the destruction to all that they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant, ox and sheep. camel, and donkey. And just 3 verses later, we're going to pick up again at 8 and 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and the fattened calves and the lambs and all that was good. And he would not utterly destroy them. And all that was despised and worthless, they devoted to destruction. So that's strike 2 right there. Very simply, God told him, do not destroy everything, destroy everything, leave nothing alive. But Samuel decided we're going to keep what we think is valuable. We're going to keep what's good. So then we're going to pick up same chapter 13 to 15. It says, and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said to him, blessed be you to the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord. And Samuel said, what then is this bleating of sheep in my ears and lowing of the oxen that I hear? Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites. Drop that word here. It said, for the people spared the best of the sheep and the oxen to sacrifice to the Lord your God, and the rest we have devoted to destruction. We'll repeat that last line real quick. For the people spared the best of the sheep and the oxen to sacrifice to the Lord your God. So let's make the list real quick. Let's go down all the characteristics of Saul, the handsome, tall guy who looked the part. He was disobedient. He's impatient. He's impulsive. Bit of a liar, if I remember correctly. He said just a second ago, he's like, oh, no, yeah, bit of a liar here. And he's full of excuses as he tried to pass off. In that last verse, he said, for the people spared the best of the sheep. He said, for the people have done it. So he tried to make, they did this, not me. So see, he's passing the buck here and there. And this is a personal problem I have. When in verse 15, he says, for the Lord your God. When he's talking about sacrifice, he said, we do this for the Lord your God. What's wrong here? This shouldn't be for our God. He failed to say for the Lord our God. Saul really didn't have much of a good relationship with God at this point, as you can see. Just that one word says it all instead of just saying our God. I mean, I can't even imagine that. Saul didn't really care, in other words. This little thing, this one commandment that was not, he just viewed it as not a big deal. But as we know, we've talked about this in the past, everything from God is a big deal. Every simple command. God is one who looks at all the details. He just didn't care. He looks at all the little details. This goes against, we talked about the very first unit. I refer to mission control a lot. With him being impulsive, he decided to take matters in his own hands instead of waiting on God. He just wasn't responsible for his sacrifice. So with that, of course, we all know the story. Saul lost favor with God. And that's where, Samuel was so distraught, he went to go pray by himself, and the Lord was going to guide him somewhere else. So we're looking at everything that we've done, this whole series. We're talking about honor unto others, putting God first, or all this thing. And he didn't do that. Saul wasn't putting God first. He wasn't putting honor onto God. In fact, he was doing the opposite, disrespecting him by being disobedient. Like I said, we talked about a Hall of Fame with bringing honor onto others. Saul wasn't bringing honor onto others. He says what not to do. So after Samuel leaves from this, after this conversation, Lord guides him to the house of Jesse. The Lord tells Samuel, it's in 1 Samuel 16, verse 7, says, the Lord said to Samuel, do not look on his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. But the Lord sees, if you hear the ding, I apologize about that, ignore that. For the Lord sees not as a man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Notice before we were talking about these verses, we talked about the description of Saul. We didn't look anything on the internal, and as he found, the internal wasn't very good. It says, but the Lord looks on the heart. So, of course, after that one at the house of Jesse, 7 of Jesse's sons are presented to Samuel, but the Lord doesn't give anything. Samuel asks, is there any more? Do you have any more sons? And, of course, we all know how this story goes. Jesse mentions the youngest who's out watching the sheep. So in 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 13, David, that's the youngest one, is anointed king. And Samuel returns to Ramah. David returns to watching his father's sheep and nothing else. So let's put yourself in David's shoes real quick. Someone just anoints you king, the entire nation. And you go back. Do you go back to doing the sheep, doing the chores that mom and dad tell you to do? Like, I can tell you right now, if someone told me, especially at that age as a teenager, you're king of the country, you're anointed, and leaves, I can guarantee, let's say I'm mowing the lawn and someone told me that, you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar I am not going to finish mowing the lawn or washing the dishes, all those things, because I am a very selfish human being like that. I'll just be honest. David was humble enough to finish the obligation he started, finishing, he's humble enough to finish watching the sheep. He's going to go back to do that. And we all know, it takes ages for David to become a king. I cannot, from my words today, I cannot speak. He doesn't become king right away. In fact, there's not even a coronation ceremony. It says Samuel goes back to Ramah. He leaves. And that's that. The bottom line behind when you look at this story is that Samuel did not bring honor to God. He was selfish, as I just said. He lost God's favor because of it, because he was impulsive, because he didn't take responsibility, because he just didn't care. That relationship with God was not there. But we all know it said a second ago, God looks on the heart. David, in further scripture, described as a man after God's own heart. And as time goes on, as we're going to move forward, we're going to show more examples. We're going to follow more of the stories of David, how he doesn't just put God first, or he just put God. He puts others above you. He knows how to bring honor onto others. Yeah, he's human. He has his faults. He's not perfect. We all know the stories or the mistakes that he's made, but he's still defined in Scripture as a man after God's own heart. Multiple times that does not stop him from bringing glory to God despite that. Despite his imperfections, he still knows how to bring honor onto others. And that's what we're going to start talking about that, guys. We're going to bring, the next couple of weeks, we're going to bring on that. Still can't talk. Next couple of weeks, we're still going to talk about bringing honor onto others, putting others first, bringing honor to God. Because here's something I was thinking about when planning this, especially when it came down, we're going to have to do a stream on the internet. For those of y'all to hear, this is putting God first, guys. I mean, think about everything you're seeing and hearing on the news. There's a lot of panic. There's a lot of worry. A lot of people are confused what's going on. Some people are using this as a glorified vacation. Some people are taking the time to sit around, catch up on Netflix. Some people are taking the time to full panic mode, doomsday prepping, and they're going to Walmart or trying to find toilet paper. They're doing all sorts of things to get ready for the worst. But all y'all watching right now, y'all are putting Christ. You're taking the time during all this chaos to put Christ first. You're still taking the time to honor him, to worship him. Even when you're doing it on Sunday morning when we post the stream, or start the stream, you're taking time to put him first. That is what that means, to put God first. But during all the chaos, we're still going to take the time. When we have more excuses than not, we're going to take the time to put God first. So I just want to thank you guys for being obedient to that call, and to still want to grow closer to him, guys. I think that's awesome, especially I can guarantee you when I was y'all's age, I would not be doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out in prayer real quick, and then there's a couple quick things before we move forward. So, dear God, we thank you for today, God. We thank you for these students who are tuning in on their laptops, on their computers, on their phones, who are even attempting to do fellowship, even though we're so far away. We're just doing the best we can, God. We just thank you for keeping you in the center of our lives during all of this, God. And I just pray that no matter what happens in the weeks to come, no matter what, whether it's good news or bad news, that we still learn to put you first, put honor you first by putting our time and our effort into growing closer to you, God. I pray for that, even despite, like I said, we have more excuses not to, that we still continue, that we still want to maintain that relationship with you, God. I pray that we continue to do that. In your glorious name we pray. Amen. So, just a quick reminder before I end the stream real quick, guys. Like I said, send us a video or a pic of how you're killing time. You're going to get a shout out next week. Show us what you're doing with your siblings, either whether you're getting really, really creative or just simple support game. Let us know what you're doing. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Show us how you're entertaining yourself during this lockup. So, and also, one more thing, I'm going to put that poll up. I'm regretting reminding you guys of that. I'm going to put that poll up. Spicy food challenge or extremely sour challenge. Up to you guys. We're going to do it live next Thursday, same time at 2 o'clock. So thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget, we're also still going to have 6:30 or in the exact same format. And yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to put the temporary email up so you can send me your stuff up. We're doing the exact same thing. Maybe not quite the exact same thing, but next Thursday, 2 o'clock on YouTube, live stream. Blake will be here as well. He's hiding in the back. You can say hi, Blake, or bye, Blake, if you'd like to. So, all right, thanks, guys. We're going to end the stream. Thanks for joining us. We'll be in contact through email, whatever we can think of. So take care. Be safe out there.